him today or moving forward?
Let me say this. Yeah, he practiced yesterday, started practicing, couldn't get through practice. So, basically we're trying to, he's getting MRI again right now as we speak, trying to figure it out a little bit. So, will we have him or not have him? I don't have that answer right now at all. I mean, don't have it. We thought he was okay after the game. He said he was okay, and he had treatment on Sunday. Said he was feeling okay. Start off practice fine, but about halfway through practice, it buckled again, kind of like it did in that game. So, trying to figure all it out a little bit with him. We're going to get him a brace for sure. See if that does anything for him psychologically or mentally or sport-wise, and see if he's able to go. And we'll know a little bit more when we get to the MRI back. But it's probably not all the news we want to hear. That's for sure.
Probably more to that small line then, for sure, if he can't.
Oh, there's no question. But even a small line, we got some other guys to play. Well, we need, Dwight's been, as you guys well know, one of our better defenders and rebounders and scorers in and around that paint. He's defensively for sure, he's been a huge factor, and offensively, he's had huge gains for us. He's a threat in there in every way. He's a good free throw shooter. He's a guy who can block some shots. Well, I ain't got to tell you guys what he means. Y'all know what he means to us.
Rick, is he a guy, I think you said after the game Saturday that, he said he could go back in, but he just seems like such a low-maintenance guy, and he wants to go in there and try to play through it. Is that on the coaching staff and the trainers to kind of reel him back? He just seems like a total team guy. Oh, he is a total team guy. You don't find no better people than Dwight. He's that kind of guy. We'll listen to what trainers and probably early in the year when he first got here, not knowing him, we had to push him through stuff. I think he was really hesitant to do too much real hard, tough stuff, to be honest with you. We were on him hard early. But he changed his, or modified his demeanor and modified his toughness from where he was when he first got here. But he's about the team. He's about winning, and I have no question if he can go, he's going to try to go. No questions about that. But we'll put it on what he says, and see where he's at on it.
The Moose still trying to really get adjusted back in the flow of things with the uncertainty of Dwight. Just sort of see this as an opportunity where he has to come in.
It's an opportunity. That's exactly what it is. And being a little small will help him a little bit. Gives him more room to move, and that lane's open. Maybe get him a few easier baskets and on penetration and things. But it's very obvious if Dwight can't go. I mean, he's got to be a guy that steps up here for us. He's our next big physical guy, and I have confidence in him that he can too, in spite of how he's done so far. I've seen him too many times in practice, be successful and play good and all that. And I know this game is just so fast for him right now, but having to play him in his mind will allow him to play through some mistakes. We'll have to play him through some mistakes if Dwight can't go, and that'll help him for sure.
Coach, looking ahead to Thursday, North Texas has been one of the hotter teams in the conference as of late. What are kind of the things that they've been doing well to get to where they are? Well,
they've got a point guard. It's really hard to keep out of that lane, Woodridge. Couple stats, just these two stats. You go to Middle Tennessee, you shoot 55% from the field. You out-rebound them, I think it was 17 at Middle, and lose the game. But it was a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go. I want to say it was a tied game, and there was a technical foul got called on North Texas for calling a timeout when he had none left. And it was a tied game, changed the whole 2 minutes to go. You go make whatever free throws they made, it changed the game and allowed Middle to pull away. They're playing hard defensively. They got the smart kid who can really shoot. I think he made 7 threes against against middle. They're playing small more than big. They probably, in the last 2 games, have gone away from playing big and gone to more small, and it's made them much more effective. Lawson's a guy who'll start 3 but play 4. It's really athletic and it's really tough. They're just got a good rhythm right now. Got a good rhythm, playing with a lot of confidence. Those are, you go to UAB and do what you did. Had them down 20 points. Let them double figures the rest of the way, and you go to middle. I mean, though you lost a game, you got on that bus with a lot of confidence. So we know it's not going to be easy for us.
You mentioned them sort of switching to playing small too, and you're in that same boat. How do you think those sort of match up against each other now?
Well, you going with us Thursday? You ask me it after game, and I'll tell you how it works. But hey, we want to play at some anyway. I mean, we need Dwight so we can play big too. That's who we've been all year now. You're not just going to turn a switch on, turn it off. We've been good playing big. We've been good pounding that ball inside, been successful at it. We need that opportunity to do that still, because that's an advantage for us. That's where teams who want to play small choose your poison. They've got to guard us at that end too when we're big. So. But us having the flexibility to go play small, I think it's the thing when you play small, you have to be able to do. If you don't gain your advantage totally. You got to make some shots. That's your advantage of playing small. You've got to make some 3-point shots. Playing small by just driving it all the time, it's not your total advantage. But playing small, able to drive it and able to drive it and pitch to some shooters, that's where you have your advantage at. So it's important to us to step up and make some shots, and I still think we're capable of doing it. Maybe playing small loosens us up a little bit to do that.
Is Justin like when you guys play small and he's really big, or does that impact his game at all?
It's probably easier for him offensively to maneuver. He gets a little bit harder to defend. 2 reasons, that floor is open a little bit, and if he's setting ball screens and rolling, those big guys don't keep up quite as well. If he's a dead post up, he's got a 5 on him. Sometimes that maybe not be an advantage, a bigger guy, but no question, playing small opens that court up for him, gives him more room to maneuver and operate in there a little bit.
Last Texas trip, obviously you split. Will that kind of be a lesson or a focal point going forward? What happened last time?
Well, I mean, I don't think we have to talk about that. I mean, I think we tasted that. I really, as a coach, you kind of feel like you get a pulse on your team. I had a finger on that pulse going into San Antonio. I told you I didn't like. I felt it. I sensed it. I feel like going on the road now. I feel like we're going to be ready. I believe that. Are we good enough to win the game? That's what we'll have to find out. But there won't be no more complacency going on the road. It's a time of year now. There's no space for it. I think we came out of the game the other day with a lot of confidence too. I think our guys, like shifting gears a little bit right there. I think that was good. We were really good in practice yesterday. A lot of energy, and it's just going to be, when you go on the road, it's a fine line. One loose ball, one missed free throw here or there, one missed blockouts, difference in winning and losing. And we've got to be able to make those kind of plays to go and win against North Texas now, who's playing extremely well, and hope that they don't have one there. Hope Smart don't jump up and make 7 threes like he did against, it was Middle, wasn't it? Against Middle.
So last night you're not looking at the standings, but you're aware, where you're going.
Yeah, I don't have to look at it. I know it's Middle's at the top, and that's the only one you got to look at. Keep looking up at them. That's one you got to focus on, and Old Dominion's right there with us. Outside that, I really hadn't fought. I know those other guys got some losses. I guess when you look at it, it was Marshall was a next seed game, but again, there's lots to be played yet. It's one thing we got. A lot of people don't have. We've got that Middle UAB series twice, and we may be the only. Us and Marshall, Old Dominion doesn't have it, and Middle doesn't have Old Dominion twice. So we've got all those top 4 teams twice, us and Marshall. Is that correct? And I guess that's the way the league balances it out. I don't know how that works. But that's where it's at with us. We're going to play Old Dominion twice. Middle plays them once. I don't know who else is the difference. Going on the road in this league, that schedule at times can mean so much. Where you go on the road at, who you have at home. It's a fine line, and that's the way it's always going to be until everybody plays each other twice. That's not going to happen. There's going to be some imbalance of scheduling.
Rick, you mentioned the conference of, like last year was my first year covering Conference USA, and it seems like the league is just stronger this year than a year ago as far as the number of teams. You're nodding your head. I'll let you take it from there.
Well, there's no question about it. I think the 2 Florida schools last year, to be real, they weren't very good. They're not an easy out for nobody right now. Anywhere. Anywhere. It don't matter. Home, at your place, or at their place. You're probably fortunate to get out of there with a win at their place right now. San Antonio wasn't very good last year, and now they're not an easy out. They've gone on the road and won at UAB. And then there's North Texas, who's at the bottom. So there's 4 teams that was in that bottom tier last year that all have improved. Like I say, North Texas just went to UAB and won, went to Middle and played them tight. Had no chance last year of doing that. So the bottom has come up closer, and again, that's what makes it interesting, and balance of that schedule, where you're playing who at, because it's difficult to go on the road and get W's. I don't care where you play, especially when those teams are better.
Coach, when you don't have your rim protector like White, or actually not having him, does that maybe force you to play a little bit more zone than normal?
Well, you play zone, you're little, and you're not as big in that zone, so that's not as good neither sometimes. So, we've played a little early. Back in November, we were a little early down in Bahamas against, who was it? Purdue, we were probably a little more. We're big. Dwight got in foul trouble. We played a lot of man. We'll do what we've been doing. We'll mix it up some. We'll change back and forth, try to keep teams getting a rhythm, and again, when you do it, you got to rebound that ball. We're going to depend on, I think maybe a guy like Josh can help us more when we're small. Even though we were small before, maybe it was Jake in there. Small now with Josh gives us another guy that has a chance to go help Darius and Justin rebound that basketball, and I think that can be something that helps us too.
Anything else?
Go ahead, Mike. We're good.
I enjoyed Zach's release with the headline "Masked Man Hollingsworth."
I didn't see it. What was it?
Freshman. You got freshman of the week.
Oh, yeah. You told me that last night. Did you really?
Yeah.
Huh. Amazing. Wait.
You've been around. We talked about it last week, how some players have a hard time adjusting to wearing that mask, and others are better about it. But is it just another example of Tavion's character?
Remember what I told you all back in the fall before we ever played a game? Never had a freshman lead us in conditioning. And what I mean lead us in conditioning, out in front and all those suicides and making this time. And if you'll remember, I said that's good and bad. It's good that a freshman is doing it, but it's bad he's beating seniors. But all that's done is carried over to everything he's done. His temperature doesn't change a lot. And what I mean by that, there's not a lot of ups and downs. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low. He plays at even keel, and as a coach and as a player, it's what you want. And that comes back to toughness. Well, when a guy's got that, makeup internally, you stay off those mountains, you stay out of those valleys, and he's got it. And for him to do what he did last week, with that mask and lead us in scoring against Florida Atlantic and playing the way he is, that tells you a lot about him. And we all know it can't be comfortable. And we all know that it affects you. So, you guys.